bhavatu sahano bhunaktu saha viryam karavamahai tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Ashato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Abir Abir Mayedhi Rudro Yatte Dakshinang Mukham Te Namang Pahi Nityam Te Namang Pahi Nityam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. And evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are again on our study of the nectar of supreme knowledge. We were in the chapter 9, talking about the exposition of the meaning of the self. And we came to this verse where it said that this bondage, this liberation, these are all fiction of your mind. There is no such thing. Only there is Brahman. There is no one, there is no two. There is only manifest the divine Brahman self. So this is a very powerful verse. We read it 29th verse, 28th verse on page 295. That the highest Vedantic teaching is being given here. That no bandhosti, no mokshosti. In reality, there is no bondage, there is no freedom. Who will have to have freedom if there is only Brahman? So this is a very wonderful idea. We can think about the highest Vedantic teaching. That means only Brahman is and nothing else. Whatever we see, whatever we perceive through the senses, is a misinterpretation of the mind, and that is due to Maya, but it is only Brahman and Brahman. That's the core message of Vedanta is this, and highest philosophy of in Vedanta, which teaches us that this universe as we see is a mere misimpression, understanding of that Brahman. Brahman, there is no freedom. We are struggling for freedom. Who will struggle for freedom? Because you are the only one who to freedom. From whom you will be freed? You are the only reality, and that is the Brahman. So this is a very high standard of thinking. That is the core message of this nectar of supreme knowledge, that is Yoga Vasishta Sara. So Vasishta's advice is this, that in reality there is neither bondage nor liberation, neither oneness nor duality. One Brahman alone is present perpetually. The very Brahman alone manifests, who is the greatest of all. So in this universe, whatever manifests is only the Brahman that manifests. What a grand news. But who is just excited with this news? Who is falling asleep, listening this and falling asleep? This is the greatest message of what the whole world can hear about. The ultimate truth is that absolute Brahman. So it is to be understood that it is all we are living in the world, and that world is an appearance. But in this impure mind, we cannot grasp it. It is only intellectual talk. It's only words, mere words. It does not create any sensation in the heart. But those who are pure in heart, Those who pray, meditate, and lead a spiritual life, my God, they can go to just listening to that, they will be excited. The Ramakrishna, forget about the Ramakrishna. Little those who are really serious about spiritual life, this message is really very exciting for them to meditate. Nirantaram. There is no antara, there is no gap. The stream of consciousness of Brahman is only there. Only alone, only one is there. Where is birth? Where is death? Who is in difficulty? Who will be freed from difficulty? Who is in bondage? Who will be freed from bondage? There is only alone one, and that is the only consciousness. And Brahman is manifesting. These are all Brahman in different forms. Next we read 29 verse. There we have read the other day that Brahmachit, Brahma Bhuvanam, Brahma Bhuta Parampara, Brahmaham, Brahma Shatrur, Brahma Mitra, Bandhavaha, Mat Mitra, Mat Bandhava. Brahmachit, that whatever you see any consciousness, it is only Brahma. A human being, you see the creepers, you see plants, animals, microbes, this virus, everywhere, wherever there is any movement, Brahmachit and that consciousness. And Bhuvanam, this whole, you see earth, water, air, fire, heat, these are all Bhuvanam. This is Brahman. Bhuta Parampara. And the creation after creation, as we see, living beings. And Brahma Aham, who am I? I am not this, but I am that Brahman. And who is my enemy in the world? He is Brahman. Who is my friend? He is also that's Brahman. Who is my beloved well-wisher? He is also my friend. He is also Brahman. And who hates me? He is also Brahman. That's called Samodarshan. The conclusion of Vedanta is this, that you reach that flight where all this dualistic distinction will just collapse. There is no such thing. It is your mental imagination, and because of that, it is your suffering, and in duality it is suffering, but there is no duality. But it's very difficult to perceive. We live in the duality all the time. Every split second we are living in the duality. And he's saying this duality is not their only absolute reality, is the only reality. Either this is right or that is right. So it cannot be, both things cannot be right. Yes, from our perspective, this is right. So we cry and weep and fight and die. Death, birth, suffering, pleasure, pain, all these 6 changes of the body is happening. And then those who tune themselves into that consciousness of Brahman, they live for eternity. So that is, we read the other day, Brahman is of the nature of knowledge, all of the planes of existences, all the living beings, myself, my enemies, my friends, and all the well-wishers, all these are Brahman and Brahman alone. This is not a charming arrangement of some words. In reality, this type of experience always happens with a person of wisdom who is liberated while in the body. That's why we read our direct disciples, their life, Swamiji, Mother, they live in this consciousness all the time. Really, a few fortunate ones become fully accomplished when attaining this knowledge. And how it happens? Not by luxury and leading a nonsense life of ordinary life, sleeping, eating, and dying. No, it's just through the rigorous practice of self-analysis, rigorous practice. So this is the book for that category of people. That's why normally this book is read only non-dualists, established non-dualists, because this sometimes creates confusion in our mind. How come possible? We live in this world of reality so deeply. We are so much affected with everything. And this is saying that no, it is nothing but only Brahman. Only the reality is Brahman. Whatever you are seeing, it is your just fascination of your mind. Very difficult. But still, how it will come? They are showing the path through rigorous practice of self analysis, day and night. That's why it is again and again said. Ashupte amrite kalam nait vedantu chintaya. A serious student should think Ashupti. When you wake up, immediately start thinking what I am seeing, who am I, why this, what is this. Think that it is only my mind is showing this, but in reality, it is what? It is Brahman, it is consciousness, it is. And continue till you go to sleep, fall asleep. Eh? And Amrite, don't do it one day, don't do it second day. It is only to be continued for days and months, years and years, until one dies. One is put into the fire. That's the practice should be such. No deviation from that. So this is a great dedication. This dedication is necessary for this type of experience. So 30th verse today on page 297. Chitchetya kalana bandha. Chitchetya kalana bandha. Tatmukti muktiruchyate. Tadmukti muktiruchyate. Chitchetya akhilam atma. Chitchetyam akhilam atma. Sarva iti sarva siddhanta sangraha. Iti sarva siddhanta sangraha. Say, are you have the books? Read loudly. Read again. Chitchetya kalana bandha. Kalana bandha. Tadmukti mukti uchyate. Mukti uchyate. Chitchetya akhilam atma. Chitchetya akhilam atma. Iti sarva siddhanta sangraha. Iti sarva siddhanta sangraha. Beautiful. Chit, chitya. Chit means that which illumines consciousness. And chaitya, the object to be illumined. We make a distinction. Duality is that this is the material object and that is the light illumining this. So one is matter, another is ultimately, if we go back, another is light. That light, eternal light is the consciousness. So that kalana means imagination. It is the imagination that chit, chitya, chit the illuminator, and chitta the object which is illumined, bandha is bondage. That means the very imagination regarding the object to be illumined and the illuminator. So when you are thinking of two, that itself is called an imagination. That means one is the revealing, one is the revealer. One is the object, jara, another is the chetan. So when this is there, there is one reflector, one is illuminator, and one is object to be illumined. So that is your imagination. It is happening in your mind only. But actually, there is no such distinction, and there is only self alone remains. So, chit chitya Kalana means the imagination. Bandha, that is called bondage. What is bondage in life? Bondage is not that someone is tying us with a rope or a chain and lock it. We are free people. We move around. We have our free will. I can do this, I can do that, I wish to do that, I don't wish to do that. We are free. But where is the bondage then? Bondage is this chit chetya kalana. Kalana means the imagination, which the mind is creating imagination, that there is a reflector, illuminator, another is the object we illuminate. Subject, object, drik, drisha. In another way, it is a drik, drisha. Object we illuminate and the reality which illumines that. Chit. And tanmukti, if you can free yourself from chit chitya, tatmukti mukti uchyate. Not going to heaven is not mukti, because there is duality. You go to heaven, what will be there? It will be this world, refined world. This world minus is suffering and pain, little bit. Yeah. Here you will have disease, corona. There will be no corona. Here will be some hunger. There will be no hunger. Here will be some pain. There is no pain. There is only joy, only joy, only joy. The same world of duality, only minus its defects, what we are facing here. That's the concept of, that's also in your mind. So that is not freedom. Mind remains there also. Imperfect mind continues. So what is mukti? Mukti is when this idea, the illuminator and the object to be illuminated is, this imagination is gone. That means you have no idea of who is the illuminator, what is the object. Object subject is gone. It is only that one that remains, that is Brahman. That is called mukti. Or chit chetya akhilam atma. He, beautiful. The chit, the consciousness, and chetya, that object which the light is revealing. No? If you can understand akhilam, all these, it is only chit, consciousness, chetya, the object, illuminator, and the object to be illumined. If you understand ki akhilam atma, this is also atma, this is also atma, this is also Satchidananda self, this is also Satchidananda self. If you understand this, it is called atma iti chit chetya akhilam atma. It is mukti. That is called mukti. And sarva siddhanta sangraha. That is the siddhanta, means the conclusion. Essential conclusion of all the bundles of tons of books we are reading. That this distinction should vaporize, evaporate. Keeping this duality is called the bondage, and getting out of this duality is called freedom. See, probably you are seeing the same statement again and again and again in various ways. That's why it is so simple, at the same time so complicated. It is how many ways they are talking about that. That's why you say that these are verses for meditation. Chit, chetya, chit, the consciousness, chetya, the object, which is illumined by that consciousness. Chit, chetya, kalana. Kalana means the play, mental imagination. Mind creates this duality. And because of that, we are in bondage. To define what is bondage, bondage is simply sent three words: chit, chetya, kalana. Kalana means K-A-L-A-N-A. Kalana means imagination. Chit means consciousness. Chetya means that which is illumined by that consciousness. If we know chit, chetya, kalana, so long mind is imagining this is this, I am separate, you are separate, this, that. That's called bandha. Simple. That's called bondage. And chit tat bandha tat mukti ruchyate. If you can free yourself from this chit, chaitya, and kalpana. Kalpana means mind. Mind only imagines. Who imagines? The imaginative faculty is the mind. And that we call, it has given four names. Mano, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankar. Shankaracharya has did make it a much clearer idea about it. That is not four in one, but you can say in one word, mind. Or you can say it is the Chaitya, a kalana. Kalana means the play of the mind. So it works in intellectual level, it works in emotional level, it works in your pranic level. No? Is it mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankar, ego level, mano, mind level, vacillation, buddhi level, confirmed idea. I see this. And as if your illuminator, illumine has been imagined so strongly that it is really is this distinction is there. And then your ego supports that idea. So, in one word, the mind. And chit chityo akhilama atma, this is the conclusion. Beautiful word. Chit, that illuminator consciousness, and chaitya. See, chaitya in the group of chaitya, the illumining object, endless object. Start from here. The Atman, the light, the consciousness, illumines first what? First your ego. And that reflection comes on the buddhi, intellect. That comes on the mind. That comes on the memory. This is manobuddhi chitta ahankar. Then it reflects on your prana. Huh? Mana, you have already taken. Mana, prana. Prana means vital energy. See, all this energy moving, no? I'm thinking it is a reflection of that chit, consciousness percolating. Why it is percolating? It's all imagination. But yes, through imagination it percolates, gives the validity. And then it reaches the point of physical body. This is the internal side. Now, through this I see the external world. That is also illumined by whom? If a man dies, the eyes may be there. He has no perception of the external world. So, chitta, that object of knowledge, is innumerable objects. All sciences, all knowledge, all the visible universe of name and form, human, subhuman, trees, plants, animals, whatever we see, these are all fall in the category of the chaitya. Subject, object. But it is the eternal subject that is the chit. And everything falls in the chaitya group. And we are all attached in every layer. So why we are in bound, why we are in bondage, it can be easily understood. We are bound because we have no other way. Because bondage in so many layers. You cut one layer, you get stuck to another layer. You cut that layer, you get stuck to another level. That's why spiritual life is called not outside. Cut the outside first. Outside attachment. Have no connection with the outside. What is the connection with me? This world, I was not here. I was not, from my birth, I was not here. I will not be here after this body goes. You came in certain period of your life, certain year, date, you are here. We are here. We go. But we get attached. That is again, the same place is kalpana, in imagination. Huh? So this is to be understood. And that has made the attachment to the outside, and attachment now come back. Suppose those who have succeeded detaching from the world, but attachment for inside, greater fight. Your mind will bring all the impulses of the past, and all you likes and dislikes. You, whether you now like or not like, but what you liked one times, they will come and it will illumine those lights, and then struggle and struggle and struggle and get out of that. Spiritual life is not a joke. Joke for those who understand and really act upon it. That is the point. We have to understand. Understanding does not come, first of all. If the understanding comes, we don't act upon that. Rather, we justify that. Whatever comes, our buddhi is again buddhi. It justifies. Just opposite thing. It makes one time more to justifying. Yes, yes, yes. This is spiritual. This is not spiritual. Spiritual is that this point. Chit, Chetya, Akhilam, Atma. This is the self, and this is also self. This is also self. This my mind is also the self, not the rambling. So everything, every layer we have to see the Atman. Ego, Panchakosha, Annomaya, Pranamaya, Manamaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. In all these layers to feel that I am not the ego as I am with my little ego. I am not the mind, not the buddhi, not the intellect, no, not the prana, not the senses, not the eyes. Start from there. It is the internal practice. And now go to the external practice. So better to, but we are not rejecting the world. Mind this. People may be, oh, you are talking too hyperbolic philosophical term. How we live in the world? No, you live much more. You know it is you. All consciousness permeated everywhere. It's nothing but consciousness. You are making a distinction. Your mind was creating this distinction. That's why Chit, Chetyo, Akhilam, Atma, make it a formula. If you can keep it in your pocket and go on whole day only meditating on Chit, Chetya, Akhilam, Atma. That is called Mukti. If you can just think, that is this distinction created by my imagination of the mind, this duality and this play and this attachment, this aversion, this anger, this frustration, this gain, this loss, all this, it is because you are in the duality of Chit and Chitta. But Chit is also Chit, we know, it is consciousness. But whatever you see as mind, body, etc., there is no such existence. There is no such existence as outside world. It is all consciousness. So try to hammer this in your mind. No, let it be a deep-rooted analysis, and then that will give it a liberation. Freedom will come out of that. The very imagination regarding the object to be illumined and the illuminator, or the object to be brought into light and the light, this is bondage. The absence of such imagination is named liberation. The illuminator, the objects to be illumined, whatever come before the vision, everything is the self alone. There is nothing other than that self capital. This is the gist of all of the Vedantic scriptures. So you want to read 1,000 types of books? I want to read, oh, I have not read this book, this scripture, oh, this Upanishad, I never, oh, this Brahma Sutra, oh, I didn't read it. You need not have to read any book. Ramakrishna didn't go on reading the books. In the West, we have the idea we have to read books only and make a bundle of full knowledge and make the mind totally confused. One idea we cannot carry. We have 100 ideas we punch into the brain. That's why Sri Ramakrishna took the easier path. Baba, I don't want to clutter my mind with anything. I do not know anything. I'm a guy. I don't understand anything. Baba, you know. You are a knowledgeable people. No? So here is the point that it is, this cluttering is to be removed. It's the imagination and that imagination is to be removed. And that's the gist of all Vedantic scriptures. Whatever big names we hear of all the scriptures, you read again and again, you find the conclusion is this, that this world is your only created in your mind, and but you are seeing God. You are seeing nothing but God. You are also same. And you are what you are seeing, that is also same Satchidananda. Okay? So now the next verse, 31, page 298. Chidiho asti iho chid matram chid iho asti iho chin matram idam chindam chinmayameva chinmayeva cha idam chinmayeva cha. Again, chit iha asti iho chinmatramidam chid iha asti iha chinmatram idam chinmayeva cha idam chinmayeva cha chittang chid aham eva iti chityam aham eva iti lokaschid iti sangraha loka chid iti sangraha lokaha chid iti iha chit asti. What you see here, whatever you see here, whatever you see here, iha chit asti. It is nothing but that consciousness. Iha chit asti. Only chit is there. Iha chin matram. Again saying, no, no, no. Only chit, only consciousness is here. Iho chit asti first say, oh, here what you see, only consciousness is here. No, 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 no. Only it is consciousness. Chit, if you say it is here, means it was not here, it has come here. No, not that sense. Only that, only consciousness. Idam chit mayam. Again, trying to punch in our brain, push, pump. As you sometimes you pump your cycle tire, pump, 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 pump. What? Pushing more pressure, more pressure. Huh? So similarly, in our brain, it is pumping. Vasishthadev is trying to pump it. It is chit asti. Only chit is there. Maybe okay, chit is there. No. Chin matram. Only chit, only consciousness. Then he said, no, no, no. Chin maya. It is saturated, it is full of chin, chit consciousness. How many? Why are you saying so many words? We are intelligent people, we understand. It is chin. No, you are fool. It will not enter your brain. You are reading that. No. Ramakrishna said yesterday or when that if you want to put a nail in a stone, what will happen? The nail will not enter, but it will bend and all come out or the opposite way. It will not penetrate. So that's why it's called our buddhi, as you have read in the book somewhere. There are two, three types of buddhi are there. Pashana buddhi, stone-like buddhi. Our buddhi, our intellect, it does not take new thought. You give a thought, it bounds, rebounds. That's called the pashan. Pashan means stone. Pashan buddhi cannot take any idea. So if you give it, it turns the opposite way. It makes a wrong meaning and comes out of that. You say you go this way, you see the bathroom. He will go the other way because you have said this way, so you will go the other way. So that's the Viparit Buddhi. Sarvarthan, Viparitang, Partha, oh Partha, these are all they will understand. Their Buddhi is there. That Buddhi directs this way, you will rebound the other way. That's why we have to tell them, hey, go to this side. Then they'll go the opposite side. So go for worldliness then. Go for killing people, go for dancing, singing, and live there. You will reach the Brahman, yes. And see how many people have got that way. How many people have got by that way, and how many people got this way. Even those who went that way, they have to rebound. Billamangal had to rebound, not that way. That gave a lesson, and that hit back to his self. And all the mystic saints we find, even in their life's experience. Yeah. If that is the way, yes. You cannot go anywhere. Everywhere is Brahman. So the whole world is going to Brahman. The true, ultimate sense. But they will take 1 million, 20 million lives more to experience and go down, 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 see how where you hit the rock. And then you see, oh, ho, ho, ho. Huh? Then it turning, that's what you call turning point of life comes. It is for a mature spiritual person who has realization. Your word is very perfect. There is nothing. Ramakrishna. For Ramakrishna, who is prostitute, who is mother, divine mother. The same for him. But if we ordinary people think like that, we will be Brahmaganis. What will happen to you? Think of the seriousness of it. So it is, that is for those people. Yes, it is true. There is nothing but Brahman. They're saying. But this is mere words for us. What is the experience? For that experience, what they're guiding us, we will follow that path. So chit iho asti. Then iho chin matram asti. Then he says idam chachit mayam. This is only chit, full of consciousness. Tongue chit. And you are talking, you are also consciousness. Tongue chit. And I am also chit. Lokaha, this plane, heaven. Hindus have different lokas, different planes. All these lokas, what about that? Oh, that's also. See? Lokaha chit iti sangrahaha. This is the all assemblage. Sangraha means the comprehension, the summary. This is the summary of this study. What a beautiful idea, no? That chit iho asti. This, what you see, this is the chit. This is chit, iho. Iho chit matram. No, not only chit. Are chit, I see her solid. You are saying chit. Well, no. It is not only chit. Chit is only there. It is full of chit, consciousness. Tvam chit, you are consciousness. You are that. Aham chit, I am that. Lokaha, the earth, planet, stars, galaxies, it is all chit. Iti chit, lokaha chit, iti sangraha. Why to hear so many ways? Because again and again, that's the purpose of Abhyasa. Abhyas vairagabhyam tan nirodha. The whole philosophy of spiritual life is abhyas, means practice. And abhyaso, and not only practice, just practice and not reflecting in life. Abhyaso vairagya. What you find that is for the timing is a kalpana, imagination of the mind. Try to avoid that kalpana, that imagination. Try to get out. Come to the reality. Try to think in a positive way. Cheat. The consciousness alone is everything. This visible universe, you, me, all of the planes of existence are nothing else but that consciousness. This is truly the supreme conclusion. In other words, consciousness and consciousness alone is there in this visible universe. Whatever is visible is consciousness itself, and is the illusory appearance be vivarto of consciousness. They are bringing that philosophy. How it will be if I see this world as rocks and mountains, buildings and trees, how it can be your consciousness? Well, it is vivarta. Vivarta means without changing the original, you can see something else. Vivarta example is you are being troubled with snake in a rope. You are troubled. You experience that in ignorance. But snake never came. Rope didn't change its characteristic. Rope is always there. Imagination, kalpana, is just we talk chiti, chetya, kalpana, this is imagination. Imagination created a snake. And that created imagination, that snake troubled me. And when that light goes, we see, where the snake go? There is no going, no coming. It was all the time this rope, all the time Brahman, all the time Atman. Though you see in your imagination this universe. That is called the Vivarta. Vivartavad is very important philosophy of Vedanta also. You and I, everyone are actually the consciousness. This is the essence of all the conclusions. There is nothing else other than consciousness, the awareness of that which appears, and also the appearance are all consciousness alone. Further, this Swami is explaining it with a quoting a verse from Viveka Chudamani, Shankara's Viveka Chudamani, where he says, waves, foam, ripples, whirlpools, bubbles, and so forth are essentially only water. Similarly, everything beginning with the body and through the ego and all the world appearance is nothing but that one absolute pure consciousness. So you may see, you may name it differently for your use, but it is only water. The ocean is only ocean, only water. You are, for your transactional world, for your conventional use in the world of duality, daily. You cannot deal with a nameless thing. Even a baby is born, they give the name before birth even. Because you don't give the name, then you cannot distinguish with another baby. So name and form is called Maya, that's why. What we see only change in name and form, but it is the same consciousness alone. So this is the, and without name and form, you cannot be in the world of duality. People say, oh, he's dementia, he's forgetting, he sees, but could not recognize me. What does it mean? In his mental camera, the photograph went and he could not, Google could not find out some similar photograph. This Google here could not match with the old photograph. But even he bosom friend, maybe his own son. Those who get dementia like that, what happens? The brain is not catching the distinction or trying to match with the old experience, is not finding any experience there. So name and form is necessary so long you deal in this world. But when you go to the other world, all name and form should collapse. It should dissolve. That's why think of the experience of Sri Ramakrishna when he is having the first vision of Makali. So that effulgent light which emanated from the mother's person, no? And where did it go? it merges and spreads all around. And everything, as if there is a wall is no more wall. It is all light. All is diffusing into oneness. It is as melting into oneness. So their wall, concrete stone wall, or it is mud wall, or it is Ganga water, or it is a garden, flower, trees, human being, all melted into oneness only. Only that comes, that is the rope. And all imagination was pushed over it with name and form. And as just it opposite happens when the experience comes, this all duality collapsing, it becoming into that which is the unchanging reality. And that is called, where was Ramakrishna then? Ramakrishna was gone. He has no identity that he is a pujari, he is crying for mother. Oh mother, give me your vision. I am crying for you. Why are you so rude? I will kill myself. Where is that Ramakrishna? That Ramakrishna is also gone. Aham chit. It's just the other verse he read, no? Chit chitta karana bandha tata mukti mukti ruchate. And now we read this word, iho chit asti, iho chit matram, iho chit mayam, twang chit, aham chit, lokaha chit, iti sangraha. Everything is chit. See Sri Ramakrishna's vision is all chit, 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 chit. And again, to come back here, that's why Ramakrishna is saying, a little, some words are coming out. I shall drink water, I shall do this, I shall do that, like that. So that consciousness alone, and all this taranga wave, the foam, fena, abram, whirlpools, budbudadi, bubbles, and so forth, are essentially in its sarupena, jalam. It is in its essence, it is only H2O. Only different names and forms are essentially only water. Everything beginning with the body, through the ego, and all other world appearances, nothing but that absolute pure consciousness. So, if you have some question, then you can stop here and go to the question, or I will read further. No question. So there is no question means, that means what?
You're putting it clear.
Oh, it's clear.
Yeah.
So Yoga Vasishta is, then Vasishta is kind enough to give us the understanding clear. Very good. So let us read then 32, verse number 32. Jadasti jadvati tadatmarupam, jadasti jadvati tadatmarupam, jaccha anyato bhati cha anyad asti, jaccha anyato bhati nachanyad asti, स्वभाव संबित प्रतिभाति केवलो, स्वभाव संबित प्रतिभाति केवलो, ग्राह्यम गृहीत्येति मृषा विकल्प, ग्राह्यम गृहीतेति मृषा विकल्पः। जदोस्ति जद्भाति तत् आत्मरूपम। Beautiful. Jadosti, whatever you find is there. And Jadvati, which is revealing. It is not only here, it reveals to me. There is a table. There is a microphone. There is the chandelier. This Jad Asti, Jadvati, that Atmarupa, which is my divine form, only essential is me. Anyat jadvati tat anyat chausti. Whatever exists and science is verily the essential nature of myself, big self. So you cannot say myself, everyone's self. That is the self, reality. And anything, name and form, that is cognized by others or appears in other form does not exist. Only consciousness or knowledge, which by its essential nature is the extremely pure self, that remains. The objects to receive, the receiver, and the like are all false imagination. Hmm? So, again, the same thing. Whatever exists, whatever science, it is verily my real nature of the self, capital S, Atman. Anything, any name and form that is cognized by others or appears in other form, that does not exist actually. Meaning, here they are talking about the high philosophy that only one, eko jiva. Nah. So it's my imagination. They don't exist. In your dream, let us understand. When we dream, you create your dream, no? You create all the people, all that happening, what is going on there, all its joys, all its fun, everything is happening because of you. Is they have any independent existence? Suppose you created 10 people last night in your dream. Those 10 people have their own identity or it depends upon you? It depends upon you because you are dreaming, your mind has created that dream. So everything, they have no freedom there. That person you saw in the dream, though you are frightened in your dream yourself, but that is your own creation. Just meditate on this point. You say, I had a bad dream last night. I was so frightened. It is fully stop.
So in my dream, if Thakur comes and gives some advice, he doesn't have freedom to give that advice. I am making him to give me that.
That means your mind was pure. In the pure mind responds to the truth. And that created the appearance of the mind. Because every day, why one day you hear that voice of the Lord giving you some message? Why not other days? It depends that which level the mind is vibrating. That's why it is a realistic experience. You don't know philosophy is needed. When we are dreaming, all the dream people, dream environment, whether it is fearful environment, frightening environment, chastising environment, or a cheerful, funful experience, you are the person, your mind is the cause of creation of everything. They have no freedom. You planned, whatever you thought, they are only acting on your wish. Now you analyze this, you will find that it's your creation, you did it. This is also happening the same way. That is in the dream, this in the awakened state. That's highest philosophy, like Eko Jiva Bhat. Only one Jiva is there. I am that Jiva. I created the whole thing. You are my creation. But like dream, you are my creation. Do you follow me? No, you move your way, I move my way. And there I am, and you, two identities are there. We fight with each other, we love each other, we hate each other, is it not? Hey, how it is happening? There is no more point of understanding Maya like this. That's why dream experience is a very good experience to understand Vedanta. If you bring that dream experience here down, then you will find. That's why they say that whatever exists and science is verily essentially the nature of the self, my big self. Anything, name and form, that is cognized by others or appears in other forms, what I am seeing different forms, does not exist. They have no separate existence. Depending on your existence, they are. In the dream, because you are there, you created, that's why they are there. If your mind is not there, when you break your dream, what happens? Where do they go? All, if they have the freedom, then they would have acted upon you. Hey, you cannot get up. No, these people with a rod in hand, or a gun in hand, or a ice cream in hand, whatever. Where did you go? Cannot stay because you created them, and your mind wakes up. So they are all to go. They have no freedom. See, that's the way they have no freedom. Freedom is yours. So similarly, the cosmic play, we call it is God. In a too high to talk about I am that echo one jiva. In devotional scheme, we say it's God, the cosmic I. Cosmic I, he imagined like that. Huh? That's why it says eko aham bahushyama prajayeti. I am alone, I'll be many, and he generated many in him. Hmm? So, and then only consciousness and knowledge, which by its essential nature is the extremely pure self, that remains. So, only remains that self, big self, which is identical with Brahman. The objects to be received, the object to receive, they receive her, I am the receiver, here is an object, and all these are all false imagination. These are only mere imagination, imagination, imagination. Now meditate on that for 1 week. This is the home task. If we can really think on this, we can read the note. Note is very powerful note, and that will be the last. This is the last parts of this 9th chapter. Then we'll go to the 10th chapter, and 10th chapter will make the book end. There are 34 verses for the, but I can continue 34 weeks. 34 weeks will be how much? 336. Yes, I see some question is coming now. Uh, Thank you for the talk and explain where the Ramakrishna Loka is in the different planes of consciousness and how is it different from the ultimate abs. Yeah, when you say, Ramakrishna Loka, we say Krishna Loka, we call Narayana Loka, Shiva Loka, we talk about Vishnu Loka. In Hinduism, we talk. These are high spiritual planes. But there remains the concept is that my chosen ideal is Makali, Devi Loka. People call Devi Loka. And Ramakrishna saw. Who? What he saw? He saw that Rani Rashmani, after she left her body, she saw that one chariot came from high in the space and landed at Rani Rasmani's house. And the subtle body of Rani Rasmani entered into that chariot, and chariot went up into the Devi Loka. Devi Loka means concept is that only Mother Kali will be there and their devotees will be there and they will be in presence of the divine. This is the plane of Mother Kali. Similarly, Krishna Loka, those who are worshipper of Krishna, they day and night thinking that way. At the end of the life, mind will be lifted into another plane where Krishna will be living presence and he will be living and dancing. See, Ramakrishna devotees will also think Ramakrishna Loka. These are all very high level of the mind, pure mind state. There you will see Ramakrishna, you live with Ramakrishna. Suppose you are born, just you think that when Naren, Rakhal, Baburam, Master Masai, all these are, and Ramakrishna was singing, dancing, talking to them, and you are also born there. What will be the great joy? So the devotees plan for that, going to that plane. So they will live in that consciousness. There's a higher plane. But that is not the absolute samadhi. When there is no Ramakrishna, no you. Ramakrishna is Brahman, and that you merge in Brahman. That is the ultimate state. But devotees don't want that. Devotees want that I will be staying with the Lord and I'll enjoy His presence. I will His singing, His dancing, His touching the devotees, one going to ecstasy. I like that type of. So those are the flights of different plana, and it depends on. It's not the absolute merging nirvikalpa samadhi. It's called the saguna, savikalpa state, and in that people, according to their chosen ideal, if they are so intense in their practice, we believe that they go into that plane and live with that. And there are also another division there that has different division. You see, that's called Salokko, Sajujjo, Sharupo, Shasti, etc. That you only not only you have done your spiritual practice in such an intensity that you will be only going to Ramakrishna's Dakshineshwar place. No, you will see Ramakrishna is walking from a distance. You will be living over there. You will be chit chatting. You may be a telebhaja person selling some fried potato chips there. You saw Ramakrishna. You're living in the close proximity. You live in close proximity, or you will be very close, intimate with him, or you will live with him. You will be so intimate that you will be looking like Ramakrishna, like Maharaj Brahmananda. So when he used to walk, people used to see that is Ramakrishna walking. So there are different levels of intimacy with, according to the practice, spiritual practice. They become more identified with that. So that is the concept of what you call the planes, as I understand. Uh, when we meditate to not see name and form, how do we see? So the point is that meditation, if you do formless aspect, then your tendency is different. You need not have to go to the vision and experience only. Advaitic experience will come. You will merge into oneness. Ramakrishna, when he merged into the ultimate, though he started with Mother Kali, he met absolute. Where is Mother Kali then? Where is Ramakrishna then? So this is a very high level. Those who practice the name without name and form, so they will need not have to go through this channel. But sometimes people try to think of God in the formless aspect. But how much formless we can think about? God is infinite. What can we think about infinite? Our mind, we make a measurement by our mental imagination of infinite, which is too limited. You make a map of infinity. Infinity you cannot touch. Physical distance when 500 miles. Can you physically understand by mind how big is that? You make a map. Oh, this is like this. No? When I say San Francisco, I use the word San Francisco. You are making a map in your mind, and you're thinking we are Hollywood. There is San Francisco. This is the distance. All these are coming in your mind. No. So this unlimited, infinite, we cannot meditate. Therefore we ultimately come back to Saguna. Even Ramakrishna said in different places, he gives little hint. Absolute non-dualism is only for a very rare 1 or 2%. Most of the people have to come back to certain form. And better to have a good form, lively form, charming form of Krishna or Rama or Ramakrishna or Holy Mother. No, they're human at the same time divine. Christ, Buddhas. So that's why if you want to see a, when we meditate to not see name and form, how do we see or feel that? No, you need not have to feel because you don't want. You want to practice in the nameless, formless aspect. So good, you will enjoy that. in that particular way of meditation. Okay?
There is only one question. All our comments are one question.
Another question. Okay. Sounds like checking out into five-star hotel. Ah, where does ignorance come from? Is ignorance in Brahman? Hey, you have raised a big, big question. Huh? It's a it's a big question. Uh, where the ignorance came from? Is ignorance separate from Brahman or parallel with Brahman? Like that, God in the Christianity, God and devil equally fighting power. God wants to do something good, devil comes and disturbs the thing. In Vedanta, no such. It is only one. In ignorance comes from. Then you have to. It is inexplicable. That's why it's due to Maya. Vedanta says due to Maya. Actually, there is no ignorance, but it is Maya. As a magician creates things which are not true. Similarly, God, the great magician, has created something, though absolute one, manifested in so many ways. One magician showing so many ways, appearing, disappearing, many. So this is his fun. And if you come to one level, is a tantra, there this philosophy is there, Brahman and Shakti, Brahman and its power. Brahman and its power are not two. Ramakrishna gave the example, the snake and its wriggling motion. It is inherent in the snake. The water and its what you call the fluidity. You cannot separate out. Fire and its heat. Can you separate? Oh, this is the fire, let me take out the heat. Can you do that? But fire in the wood, fire is there, hidden. But the same firewood, when you burn, it creates flame, potential. So the Shakti and Shaktiman are same. That's why there comes the Shiva and Shakti, the Brahman and its power. Ramakrishna has said. So everything is the play of mother. That's why in that philosophy we call mother. Mother creates this universe. That's why she comes out of the heart of Shiva. Shiva is all Brahman, white, unmoving, unchanging. And mother is coming out of the what?
Computer.
Oh. Not this helps me with name and form. That needs to be explained. Can you say how not this, not this, not this? If not this, not this, not this, not this, and you go and end in Ramakrishna, that's okay. But if you also say not Ramakrishna even, the name and form, then you will go to the absolute. But that helps me with name and form. Yeah, not this, not this, that helps me with name and form. With name and form, you may start and then start. I do not know exactly. The question is not very clear, so I cannot say much. But this, if it helps, the question is, I am reading again. Not this, not that helps me with name and form. Not this, not that helps me with name and form. So means probably the name and form, rejecting the external, we can do that. I am not connected with this building, house, money, friend, this, that. It is Ramakrishna, Ramakrishna, Ramakrishna. You come up that point, then you can reach name and form. But if you are rejecting that also, no, not name and form of Ramakrishna, but Ramakrishna in its real form, then it will lead you to Brahman. Okay, so we can end here. Thank you all for putting so many questions and being there. Mother bless us all. Stay well. And tomorrow will be Swami Satyamananda giving a class on. No, tomorrow will be Atma Tattananda Swami will give the class, gospel class. So, and then next week we'll see you again with the supreme knowledge. And Sunday, who is speaking? Vidya Prana, our Nan Prabrajika Vidya Prana. She will be speaking here on a Sunday at 11 o'clock, which will be, you can attend through YouTube, the same channel. Thank you all. Jai Ma. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.